Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2, gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2, gang, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, man. I was like, all right, bro. Your name ain't Virgil. If that's what you gonna do, he said his real name. I'm like, all right. That's on you, man. He said, what cell you in? I said, I'm around the corner, man. Right down the second to the last cell, man. He was like, all right. I said, man. I said, you funny dude, man. I just walked away from him laughing. I ain't gonna lie because, you know, a dude like him, like, he really don't belong on Lawrenceville. I ain't trying to say it like that, but, like, Lawrenceville ain't made for everybody. You know what I mean? It's made for people that want to bid comfortably, dudes that want to get some money, dudes that like hollering at the women, dudes that ain't really in a rush to get sent up off that jump, man. They send so many people there that be in a rush to get sent up off Lawrenceville. It's pathetic. A lot of people can't handle Lawrenceville, man, just for their own personal reasons, and Virgil was one of them, man. Because if he think he's going to come on a camp where ain't none of that jumping at, it's not jumping. I'm being honest with y'all, man. Ask anybody, man. Dudes weren't doing that up there. I'm being honest, man. And when I was on Sussex, it was being done 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? On this camp, it's not being done. It's not being done, man. So, like, he was on his own mission with that. I was going to let him do him. I couldn't do nothing about it, man. I go in the cell, start chilling. My man came in there. We start messing with the Lala. We in there chilling, laughing, joking. I'm not even thinking about Virgil. You know what I mean? As I'm sitting there in that joint chilling, all you hear is, you hear a noise like that. I was like, yo, who was that, bro? My homeboy got out, looked out the joint. He was like, man, that's Sergeant such and such too. I was like, oh my God, there's a boy on the lap. He was like, I don't think he making rounds though. I was like, why you say that? Because he was like, man, he going straight to the shower. I was like, the shower? I got up, I looked, I was like, we watched him. He walked to the bottom, and this was the bottom shower. This man walked, went to the shower. You see him talking to somebody was in the shower. Next thing you know, you see Virgil coming out that joint. Virgil come out that joint like this. And Virgil was like, you telling the sergeant like, all right, Sergeant dips. I'm like, I'm crazy. So me and my homeboy like, yeah, he about to leave out now. I was like, yo, I wonder what that is. He said, ain't that your man that just moved in? I said, that's who he was talking to. I said, bro, I told you, dude is a psycho. He was like, yeah, he was just talking to him. I was like, man, come on, let's go out in the pod. So me and bro walked around the pod. We already was lit, so we tried to bid, you know what I mean? We laughing. So we come out the pod, we standing by the joint. Virgil come out the shower looking like an ashy Somali, and that's my word. Virgil come out looking super skinny. That man got super little back there, man. Word, he wasn't that little at first till he went back there and that hole did on him 2 years, man. That man looking like a freak. You can see that man rib cage. That man get out the shower, that man was like, he looked up at Weezy, hey Weezy, you crazy Weezy, man. He went up the shower, he went upstairs, he was like, he holding his towel like this with both hands, he like, you crazy Weezy, man. He went in the cell. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about, man. I don't know what he's talking about. So he get himself together. He walk over there where we was at. I said, man, what you got going on, Virgil? Man, he was like, man, nah, the sergeant came in, man, told me, man, like, you know, like the lady said, man, close your shower up, man. He said, man, I told him my shower was closed, man. I told him that, man. I had the shower closed, man. I said, did you have the shower closed? He said, no, I had it cracked a little bit, you know what I mean? He did a little smile like that. He was like, I had it cracked a little bit, man. He was like, man, I wanted to tear her head off, man. He said, man, then these showers all dark. And that was another thing about Lawrenceville showers. Like, it was no lights in the showers. Sussex 2 had the lights, the cage. That joint was designed for somebody to be the #1 thunner. It was designed for that, man. Lawrenceville, they showers look like dungeons. That's my word. They all were the same size. You know what I mean? And they look like dungeons. You know why? Because it just looked like the paint or whatever the paint they had in there, which was probably like a dark gray or something like that. I can't remember. But whatever the paint was that they had in the showers, like when you walk in and close the curtain, it just looks dark in there. The only light you seeing basically is like the light from the pod that's coming like over the shower curtain on the top. And then like if you crack your joint a little bit, which you probably not, but the shower curtain didn't cover your feet all the way to that long. It went to like your ankles. So like you would have light coming from there, light low from the side, light from the top. But inside it has no light. It was dark, man. He was like, yeah, these showers dark, man. man. These Jones dark, man. That's why I came to the bottom, man. I was trying to, man, I trying to put it on a Weezy, man. You know, I was like, bro, you was welling, bro. He was like, I said, bro, you welling. I said, bro, listen, you on the bottom shower trying to knock the toboggan off somebody that's sitting up in the air. I said, bro, you welling, man. He was like, nah, it's a better view. It's a better view, Weezy, man. You know, from the top. From the top, man, that jank like it's too high. From the bottom, I came down that jump, man. This word, man, how you think she seen me? I like that type stuff, Weezy, man. He got excited. He was like, man, I like that type stuff, Weezy, man. I said, you like what? He was like, man, she saw me. Yeah, and she ain't write me up. Yeah, she ain't write me up. She told the sergeant on me, though, but I like that type stuff, though. I said, so what, you breaking her in or something? He was like, man, look, before it's all said and done, man, I'm going to have everybody in here, man, being the number one thunner. He ain't say that, but y'all know what he said, though. I'm like, bro, no, you're not. No, you're not, man. He said, why? I'm telling you, people people scared to do it. I said, man, listen, dudes in here getting real poo-poo, bro. That's what's going on, man. He was like, man, well, look, I'm going to do me. I ain't got no problem with dudes. I'm going to do me. I said, all right, do you there, man. So he dipped. He walked away from me, and bro, my homeboy weak because he never was around him. He hear him talking like that. My homeboy is super duper weak, man. Super duper weak. I'm talking, my homeboy weak. So a little bit later, man, so a little time go on. So now Virgil in the joint probably about a week or two. You know what I mean? Virgil doing him. A lot of those female CEOs, I'm telling you, like, they not really going to write you up, even if that stuff is not going down on the joint. Now, he catch the wrong person, they can write him up. But, like, a lot of them just want on that type of time. So he in there sneaking and being the number one thunner, as he like to do. You know what I mean? He's doing all type of madness, man. So it was a lady. It was this lady that used to work, man. She used to work our building, man. And for real, we're going to call this lady Miss Anderson, man. But Miss Anderson used to work our building, man. She was a younger lady, you know what I mean? Late 20s or something like that. You know, she kind of tall. She was cool. She was cool with a lot of dudes in there. Had a little body, little booty. You know what I mean? She was cool with a lot of dudes in there. But it was one dude in there that had booked her. And he was from Richmond, you know what I mean? Now, the dude that booked her, he was one of them dudes, like, a little older than us in his 40s, but didn't look old at all. He had the Rick Ross beard, bald head. And for real, he ain't talk to everybody in the pod, but he ended up booking the lady. Now, he was in the building. He was in the pod before I came in there. So, like, he was one of them dudes that was in 30 building forever. So, he had a little seniority. You know what I mean? Booked the CEO. That's basically what I heard. Now, I don't know if he was getting no pat or he was nailing. He had a job. He probably was nailing at the end of the day. But he booked Miss Anderson. So, Miss Anderson would come in, and Miss Anderson would post up on that brick wall. I be telling y'all what dudes be talking to him at. Now, the brick wall is located at, as soon as you come in through the slider, you walk and you go this way a little bit, just slightly to the left, and the brick wall is right there. It looks like one of them brick walls that it can kind of close you in, but it don't go all the way around, but it comes out flat and it goes like this. So dudes used to go up there and chill sometime. Dudes would go up there and iron their clothes. You know what I mean? I made a good ironing board for our clothes and stuff like that. But the officers, male or female, if they want to come chill in the pod, majority of the time, a lot of them gonna come post up on that brick wall. So the lady, Miss Anderson, man, she will come post up on the brick wall and talk to dude. Now, the way she's positioned to like look this way. She's standing this way, but it's like she'll be standing on the brick wall and the dude will probably be talking to her right there. You know what I mean? So she comes stand at the brick wall one day, you know what I mean? So she was standing at the brick wall the whole time. She was standing at the brick wall the whole time. So I didn't know nothing that went on, man. I ain't know nothing that going on. Like, I ain't know what was going on. But when we was about to go to trial, I had seen the dude from Richmond, the dude with the beard, and I seemed like he be moving around, but I ended up coming out because we was getting ready to go to trial. I looked up, he was standing not too far from where Virgil's cell was at. So he's standing up there, like, not like looking aggressive, but it just looked out of place to me. My opinion, it didn't look right. So next thing you know, I was walking because my man's cell is at the end on the same side that I'm on. But when we get to his cell, I can look all the way down that part and see Virgil's cell clearly. So I get to my man's cell. When I get to my man's cell, he came out. I was like, yo, what's going on over there? He was like, who, by your man's cell? I was like, yeah. I said, why dude standing up there? He was like, I don't know. So next thing you know, Virgil finally came out the shower. Now Virgil getting out the top shower this time. I promise you, Virgil coming out the shower. So I guess he was waiting for Virgil by Virgil's cell because Virgil about to get out the top shower. Man, I promise you, man, Virgil get out the top shower, same routine, hitting the flip-flops, put the towel on his shoulder. He walked past dude spun on him. Dude was standing on the tail looking like this. As soon as he seen him coming out, he spun on him. He was like, so then my homeboy walked a little closer. He was like, hey, man, let me holler at you right quick, man. So Virgil was like, what's up? He was like, man, look, man, don't you ever in your life disrespect me like that again, man. Don't you ever disrespect me like that again. Dude was like, Virgil was like, what you talking about? He was like, what I'm talking about? He said, man, I'm sitting over here talking to the lady. You sitting in the shower pulling on yourself, man. He was like, man, look, man, your back was turned, man. He was like, man, I don't care if my back was turned, man. Don't you ever disrespect me like that again, man, when you see me talking to somebody, man. You hear me? You hear me? Virgil was like, hear you? Man, you can't know who I am, man. Hey, CO, open my door. His door opened up. Bah. Know what I mean? Virgil was like, man, you can't know who I am, man. You can't know who I am, man. He was like, man, listen, I don't care who you is, shorty. At the end of the day, don't you ever disrespect me like that again. I'm letting you know now. I'm letting you know now. Virgil was like, look, man, it's enough for her for everybody, man. That ain't your lady, man. That ain't, dude was like, psst. He looked at Virgil like, man, you know what, man? He was like, you know what? You got it, shorty. He was like, look, I warned you, though. I warned you, don't ever do that again. So he did. He went down the steps looking super angry. So I waited like 5 minutes. And I walked over there. I was like, hey, Virgil. I said, man, I told you, man. I said, man, you wild. He was like, man, where these dudes, where you get these dudes from, man? These dudes ready to fight, man. Because I'm in the shower performing, man. I was in that jank performing, Weezy, man. He was like, this is my word. She kept cutting her eyes over there at me. He said she was like this. She was talking to him. He demonstrated everything. He said she was talking to him. She did like this, pause. He said I was in the shower demonstrating too. He said she was talking to the dude. She was like this. I said, man, you wild. I said, but look, though. I said, do the cycle, though. I said, do the cycle from the I said, man, listen, man, ain't no need to bring problems to the block, bro. He said, how I'm bringing problems to the block? I ain't doing nothing but doing me, Weezy. That's all I'm doing is doing me. I ain't doing nothing else but doing me. That's all I'm doing. I said, listen, I know you doing you. I said, but at the same time, though, like, dude probably felt like you disrespected him, man. Dudes ain't used to this type of stuff, man. Dudes ain't used to looking up, seeing a dude in the shower, freaking smiling, being the #1 thunner. I said, dudes ain't used to that, man. So boom. The whole time, I think that information was like this. It's going over his head, y'all. It was going over his head, man. That man, you cannot tell him nothing when it comes to that situation right there. I'm telling you, like, he act like he was listening. And he was like, like he's saying all that. But I already know what's going in one ear out the other, man. Because at the same time, though, man, he's going to be who he is, man. And that's somebody that's always going to pull on himself. He's addicted to it, man. You had a lot of dudes that's addicted to it, man. Like really, really, really addicted to this situation, man. So I'm like, look, man, all I'm telling you is, man, just be careful, man, because dude ain't gonna tour around, you know what I mean? So he like, man, I ain't worried about that, man. I ain't worried about him, man. So he went in the cell, I guess got lotioned up, got himself together. This man got lotioned up, got himself together, came down, sat on the steps right by his cell, the steps right by his cell. So I looked up, he was sitting on the steps. It looked like he was thinking, but the whole time he doing what he do, he checking out the landscape. He like, he looking around. He like this. He like. Somebody was like, police about to come in. Next thing, gonna slide open up. Boosh. You see Miss Anderson coming in. Miss Anderson was like, locking doors. Boom. Boom. She walked by the door. Boom. Closing the door. Boom. 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 I looked at Virgil. When Virgil seen her coming in, as soon as she came in and started locking those, Virgil was sitting on the steps. Virgil was like, and he jumped up immediately. You hear me? He jumped up immediately. He was like, he went in his cell, disappeared. So she doing her rounds. She doing her rounds. She get on the top tier. She come upstairs. She get on the top tier. She start down there from the laundry area by popcorn and said, she come up this way. So she coming up. She coming up. She make the right. She make the right after the handicap. That's where Virgil's cell is at. Man, she make the right. As soon as she get by Virgil's cell, she was like, you nasty mother. You nasty. You nasty. You are nasty. Put your pants back on. Put your pants back on right now. Right now, put your pants back on right now before I write you up. Before I write you up, put your pants back on. Oh, you think I'm joking? Oh, you think you just gonna keep doing it, huh? You just gonna keep doing it? Okay, I got a trick for you. She started walking. When she got around there where my cell was at, man, she had looked like, her face was like this. Her face was balled up. She was like, she came down the steps. She was like, nigga let her out. She disappeared. Next thing you know, she was in the booth. She was in the booth. I was like, oh, everybody said like, oh, she going through the little jump. On Lawrenceville, we didn't have face cards like Sussex 2 had in the booth. Face cards, I told you, that's how to identify the inmates. They had the book. That had all the pictures in it. So she grabbed a little joint. You see her going through the joint. You see her going through the joint. You know what I mean? I was like, man, oh my God. That joint crazy, man. Virgil. I don't know what Virgil did. So Virgil, after she did that, I don't know if she was writing the case or not. She went up there to see what was going on, I guess. Virgil finally came out the cell. When Virgil come out the cell, Virgil going straight to the shower. I'm like, this dude lives in the shower, man. This man lives in the shower, y'all. I promise y'all, man. This man goes straight to the shower. This man go in the shower, go take a shower, man. So she don't write him up. I guess at the moment we don't know if she write him up, man. So the dude from Richmond, I know he's angry about this whole thing. I know he heard it. I know somebody told him. I didn't look to see if he was watching, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure somebody told him what happened, man. So I know he's mad about this shit, man. So she finished her rounds. She came out the booth. He went in the shower. She came back in the pod and posted up and started talking to dude. Now, with him being in the shower, he probably could try to slang with dude was right there, but I guess he was worried about that warning that dude told him. Don't you ever do that again in your life, man. Don't you ever try to do that again in your life, man. So he went in the shower, took a shower. He come out the shower. So when the lady leave, I guess the lady went and said something to the dude from Richmond. So the dude from Richmond, like, he out of nowhere, he see me, he was like, hey, Weezy, hey, let me holler at you. Now, me and him had conversations a couple of times. The first time me and him had conversations, he was starting up a parlay, and he was doing a little soup parlay where he was selling, where he would, like, you win soups, you put soups in, you win soups. So I played that. So that's the first time me and him had a conversation. He was breaking that down to me. The second time me and him had a conversation, man, because somebody I knew was about to bump heads, pause, with one of his homeboys from Richmond, and both of me and him got it kind of squashed. So we got that situation straight. We had conversations then, but that was the last time I could think that I had a conversation with this man. He just did him in there, and I wasn't mad at him. I did me. So when he called me, I wasn't shocked. But when I look back and seen his face had looked kind of mad. So I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, no, ain't nothing like that. He was like, yo, you mess with dude up there. I'm like, nah, I mean, I know him, you know what I mean? He was like, man, I'm just asking, man. He was like, man, because dude being disrespectful though, man. I was like, what you talking about? He was like, man, the girl told me, man, she was doing her rounds, man. She got to that nigga's cell, man. She said that nigga was in that bitch beating off, bro. Said that nigga got down. She told that nigga stop, put his pants back on, put his clothes back on. She said that nigga kept going. She said that nigga kept going, man. Said that nigga kept going. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, that nigga kept going. I was like, man, that's crazy, man. She said that nigga super disrespectful. He was like, man, for real. I just hollered at her and told her don't write that nigga up. Because for real, bro, like, you know, I be doing a little something here and there. Like, I don't want her to be on no police shit with niggas. And that's how niggas telling you. So I'm like, damn, bro, I feel you, bro. So he was like, man, I'm asking you, though. You know what I mean? He was like, before I get myself tricked up, Weezy, you already know how Lawrenceville is. Niggas ain't trying to leave this shit. He was like, bro, I'm chilling, bro. I got to jump. I was like, shh, I feel you, bro. So he was like, man, before I do something drastic, man, I'm asking you, can you holler at him, man? You know what I mean? He was like, man, this before I do something stupid. You know what I mean? He said, I know you don't fuck with him, but I be seeing you talk to him. We talk to you, man. Like, man, if you can say anything to him, I was like, bro, listen, I'll tell that nigga, man. I told him don't do that shit. I said, but I'll try one more time. I said, but for real though, man, like, dude, that's all he care about, bro. He don't care about nothing else, man. Except beating off my guy. So boom. So I had to give bro the real truth, man. So he was like, man, all right, man, I appreciate it, man. I doubt no more. He was gonna holler at you, short. I was like, bet. I slid. You know what I mean? So I waited probably like 10 minutes after he got out of the shower. You know what I mean? I'm standing by myself. I see him get out of the shower, same routine. Towel on his shoulder. He walked to his cell. When he said walk to his cell, I push. Start walking. I get over there. I'm like, he like, yo. I was like, you dressed, man? He was like, yeah. I was like, hey, man, let me holler at you right quick. He was like, what? I said, man, why you keep disrespecting that lady like that, man? He was like, what you talking about? I said, man, listen, she told her boyfriend on you, bro. He was like, oh, dude, her boyfriend, the dude with the beard. I'm like, yes, that's her boyfriend, man. He was like, I figured that. Yeah, that's why I got them fucked them eyeballs. I was like, man, chill the hell out, man, with all that fucking gunning talk, all that slanging verbal language that you know, man. I said, man, chill out with that, man. He's like, man, I'll fuck the hell out of them eyeballs. Fuck it. He said she came and did that damn round. When she came and did that round, I was on the goddamn toilet. I said, you was on the toilet? I said, what you mean, using the bathroom? He said, I was standing on that motherfucker. I said, bro, why would you stand on the toilet? She at the door. He was like, cuz I wanted to see I was tall. I wanted her to look. I ain't want her looking at my eyeballs. I wanted her looking at the wood. I'm like, that's crazy. He said, Weezy, I was on that jank looking like a pit bull standing up, Weezy. I was like a pit bull. I was like, man, look, man, chill the fuck out, bro. I said, look, dude saying, look, you gotta relax. He said, you talk the lady out of not writing you up. You gotta chill, bro. I said, man, listen, I don't care what you do with nobody else, bro. Let's leave that lady alone, though, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, man, shh. Man, I ain't, you know, I'll think about it, Weezy, man. I was like, you think about it? I said, bro, I just came up here to save you, and you talking about, I ain't scared of that nigga Weezy, man. Weezy, I've been beating my dick for 12 years in penitentiary. I'm like, bro, listen, pause wasn't invented yet, but we needed a pause right there, though. I was like, look, bro, listen, man. I'm just telling you what's going on, bro. You're not on them other camps, bro. You like, man, look, man, it is what it is, Weezy, man. I was like, man, all right. I was coming down the steps, I'm like, dude from Richmond seen me. He ain't even want to like yell or say Weezy. He ain't say nothing. He just like, I came down the steps. I was like, it's a no-go, man. It's a no-go.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.